Here.
Cheers. I said everything.
It's a little conspiracy theory.
It's a little conspirational.
Dun dun dun.
Yes, let me give it to you.
I just wanted to remind you.
Good, huh?
Too good. Carbonara. Did I say that right? Did you hear my R? Welcome to our casa, and today we're making carbonara. Pretty much everyone, I think, is familiar with this dish because it is the most comforting, luscious, just kind of, as Francesco would say, naughty dishes that, And the best part about it is there's only 5 ingredients in the dish.
Yes, carbonara. Carbonara, it's a classic Roman pasta dish. The origin of the sauce dates back 1840, 1850. The pasta itself and its name was unrecorded until after World War II. As a matter of fact, this famous Roman dish is absent from a very, very famous 1930 book called La Cucina Romana by Ada Boni. Where carbonara name comes from, I researched online and the theories are all over the place. So I picked my favorite, talking about the name coming after the carbonari. Who are the Carbonari? The Carbonari are a secret society that was in action in Italy between 1800 and 1830s. Yes, they had their own secret alphabet. Yeah, the Carbonari were unhappy with the very repressive political situation, and they started to organize a secret meeting on how to organize a revolution and defeat tyranny and establish a constitutional government. The name Carbonari was because of their initiation ceremonies were gravitating around the carbon charcoal trade cells protocol and procedures.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's all you have to say? The authentic way to make our carbonara is with guanciale, which is from the cheek of the pig. And of course, you know, maybe you're not going to be able to find guanciale in your everyday supermarket. You have to go to a specialized butcher. If you can't find it, that's okay. You can go the Italian bacon way, the pancetta way. We could use that. If you can't find pancetta, and you know what, right now, we don't know what we can find in our grocery store, go ahead, use bacon. It's going to be delicious any way you do it. Now, the authentic cheese that you're going to use for this Roman dish is Pecorino Romano, because it is from the region of Lazio, where Roma is located. Now, once again, if you can't find Pecorino Romano, it's pretty popular these days, but go ahead, use Parmigiano Reggiano from up north, Emilia-Romagna. You could also do a combination of the two, but today we're going to keep it authentically Roman style. Our ingredients for the carbonara, we have 9 ounces of guanciale. We're going to use around 5 ounces of grated Pecorino Romano. We're going to use 1 whole egg and then 4 egg yolks. For pasta, we have a spaghetti, which is the traditional use, but you can use rigatoni is really good, or whatever you have in your cupboard is going to go great. We're going to use around 350 grams of the spaghetti. And within the pasta, we're going to use cracked black pepper.
The wine we're drinking today comes from north, comes from Piemonte, and it's called Barolo. Barolo, we can call it the king of Italian red wines. And who knows what's exactly Barolo?
Oh, the DOCG.
Barolo is a DOCG, which in Italian translates as denominazione di origine controllata e garantita. Very simplistically put, this wine has a designated origin. You want to call it your wine Barolo, it has to come from a specific area of Piedmont.
The Langhe.
The Langhe.
Yeah!
A list of town called comuni, mostly on the hillside southwest of the city of Alba. Barolo is not a grape varietal. The grape varietal of Barolo is
Nebbiolo.
Nebbiolo. Now, this specific Barolo, we particularly love it, and it has a special place in our hearts because it's the wine that we offered when we got married. Yes, for our wedding dinner. We met these guys, we love them. They are located in Castiglione Falletto, one of the town of the DOCG area. Grandpa Cavalier Bartolomeo founded this very cozy little estate in 1924. Now the estate is run by father and son, Dario and Alex.
So cute.
Yeah, we met them last
September? No.
November. We met them last November and we had a wonderful time with them. 3 hours eating salami, drinking Barolo. We want to also thank and express our personal shout out to Enotria, which is the company, New York based company that imports this wine. And Andrea, Emiliano and Gabe were so nice to give us the wine for our wedding. Yeah. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
During our visit in their estate, Alex, Dario and the wonderful Maria Jesus were so nice to give us a special gift, which is this 1975 bottle of Barolo. We're gonna wait for a great occasion to open this, probably when we're gonna get out of this quarantine. Let's try it. Characteristic of this wine,
beautiful. It's just beautiful.
Yeah, every single producer has his own characteristic. Just get a bottle of Barolo and you're gonna be happy. You taste Piemonte.
And you know you're getting it from such a wonderful family-owned business and just wonderful people. So it's all the more reason to drink their Barolo.
Cavalier Bartolomeo, thank you.
Thank you. As you know, I'm not a big fan of grating, so I have to bring in my sous chef to do the dirty work. Sous chef, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's get to grating.
All right.
Now we're gonna cut our guanciale and we're gonna start by slicing it in about a 1/2 inch strips. Just like that. As you can see, guanciale is a super fatty meat. So as soon as we start to cook this up in our pan, all of this white fat is going to render into a very flavorful oil. As you can see, we kept on the skin, and in Italian this is called cotenna. So as we cut our guanciale even smaller, we are cutting it on the smaller side because we like it to get really crispy and have a nice crunch and bite. Now it's time to cook the guanciale. Guanciale in. Make sure your pan is super hot. There is absolutely no oil, no nothing in this pan because, as I said before, these little guys are gonna render so much fat and grease, and they're just gonna cook in their own juices. We're about 5 minutes into cooking, and you can already see that it's getting really crispy on some of the guanciale pieces. And you're still gonna see some transparency in the fatty pieces. We really need that all to be cooked down. After about 8 minutes, we're going to take our guanciale off the flame. Then we're going to transfer it to a paper towel lined plate. Smells so good. All that leftover grease, we are going to reserve a little bit of that to put into the pasta, so don't discard that right away. Now that we have our cheese grated, our guanciale fried up, and our guanciale grease all ready to go, it's time to make the egg mixture. Like I said before, we're going to use 1 whole egg and 4 egg yolks. So now we whisk our eggs all together. Now we're going to add our pecorino romano. I'm going to add half and mix it up. And if you see it's getting a little too dense, that's okay, because we're gonna add pasta water and some of the guanciale grease. Now we're gonna add just a little splash, roughly half of, maybe a full teaspoon. Mix that together. Now we're gonna add some fresh cracked black pepper. Now we let this beauty to rest. So we're ready to cook the spaghetti, and we're not going to salt this water because our guanciale and our pecorino, we taste it and it's salty enough and has lots and lots of flavor. Also, we are going to cook our spaghetti till full al dente because we're not going to put it back on the fire. It's just going to go straight into the egg mixture. And we're ready. Now we're going to get some pasta water. This is a very important ingredient because it's going to add so much creaminess to our sauce. So once the spaghetti is cooked to al dente, it's ready to be drained. Now that the pasta is ready, we're going to add a little bit of that pasta water just to get that sauce nice and creamy before we put the pasta in. Awesome. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna add the rest of the cheese on top of the pasta and a little bit of that pasta water. We incorporate it all together. Oh my gosh. Guanciale. Oh yes. This looks insane. We're gonna top it off with a little bit more of that cracked pepper. Oh. Yes. Is that easy for you? Oh, thank you. Looks amazing.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna steal some more guanciale.
Thank you so much for making it.
You.
Mamma mia.
Mamma mia.